This is a 1941 Chevrolet rat rod truck. It's sitting on an 83 S10 chassis, and it's got a 350 V8 and automatic transmission. And it runs and drives awesome. This is actually one of the coolest rat rods I've had. Probably the second oldest. I think I had a 38 Ford truck rat rod about 3 years ago, but finding pre-war trucks is hard to do, and this one's actually in really cool condition. I left the lights running. You can see that the lights are on, and it's got those old school Cadillac Bullet style lights in the back that look really cool. I do want to get up on it and just show you it is a rat rod. So you're going to see obviously it's got some patina to it and a few little spots here and there where you're going to see on the body that it's got imperfections and little dings and dents. And I am fighting the weather right now and hoping to finish this video before it starts raining, because I want to get it out there, because I think this is the truck for somebody. I know somebody's out there looking for this truck, and man, these things are super cool. So definitely not a rusty bucket truck, but definitely got some rust on it, and spots like this down here and on the steps. Somebody took some artistic license, and you can see the smoothness of the back of this, and then came down here and put some welds in just to do some patches. And instead of smoothing those out, which could be done, and you could still do that if you want the truck to look smoother, come and smooth these patches out. But I think that was intended with a little bit of artistic license to give it that rat rod kind of look. Love these bullet style tail lights. You can see them shining there. And tailgate looks pretty good. A couple little rust spots there, and sometimes I feel a little dumb pointing out all the rust on a rat rod because it's supposed to be a little bit rusty. This one's got a couple more patches like the other side on the rear fender, and like I said, if you wanted to take the time with the grinder to smooth those out, you could. Fuel tank put in underneath. This is, like I said, an S10 underneath it, and nice. Looks like a pressure treated pine wood bed there, so that's actually looks really good, and it's stained similar to the rest of the truck. Door panels on the inside look good, and one of the cool things is you got to kind of slam them a little bit, but the doors open and close pretty easily. Hinges are in good shape, and hinge pockets, there's no rust on those. There's actually no pockets on these, actually. I'm used to saying that with the 50s models. Glass is in good shape. I believe this to be the original glass. All the way around the truck, and believe it or not, if it was my truck, if I was going to keep this truck, I would not plan on replacing the glass, except maybe the rear piece. That is the window rolled up on that side, window rolled up on that side, and it looks like actually somebody tried to put some new glass in the back, over tightened a screw. Either that, or that could be actually I think that's the original, and somebody was going back and maybe after the restoration, or restoration as some people say, put a screw in there and obviously cracked that, pop, just like that with one screw. Dashboard out of another truck. Actually, somebody had put a Toyota dash in here at some point, or something like that, or an S10 dash, trying to give it the newer gauges and stuff, and I can't stand the way that looks. So we put this dash in. Looks a lot better. Tilt steering. Turn signals are not hooked up. They could be. So, and then it's got this newer bench in it. Not my favorite. This is the one thing I would change on the truck. If I was going to keep this truck, honestly, the only thing I'd change on this truck is I'd try to find an original bench seat, or something period correct from the 40s or 50s if possible, or just something newer and have it reupholstered old school style and put it in here. So this was put in, and it's a little bit shifted over to the driver's side, where you sit in it and you sit perfect on the driver's side, but go over to the passenger side, you'll see that it really needs to be pulled over about 2 inches. You can see there that it's not sticking over as far. So, but really easy project, and obviously you could totally drive it just like it is. This little glove box kind of wants to stick open just a little bit. Just a couple of little things that I think are good to point out. It's got a Awuga horn. I think it only works when the key's on. So door panel on this side's in good shape as well. Let me show you underneath real quick. I'll show you under the hood. It's got a 350 V8. It sounds awesome. We'll crank it up here in a minute. And brand new engine dress kit, looks really good. Like I said, there's an Awuga horn there. Brand new aluminum radiator, so it stays nice and cool. And these can be a little bit tricky. I'm gonna have to put the camera down. Close the hood. It can be a little bit tricky to get them all the way down. Well, I'm not actually getting it there. It's making it look bad. So you got to kind of push with one hand, and the problem is I just can't do it with the camera in my hand. Ah, there we go, got it. And it's got those locks inside, and that's the way that works. I'm trying to think of what else before I show you. Let me show you underneath. So you've got independent suspension. It does have manual steering. It has disc brakes. And this is an uncut S10 frame, so you don't have that chopped, you know, clipped thing that a lot of guys do, which is a really cool way of doing it. So of course the frame is newer and rust free. Flowmaster exhaust, and you'll hear that here in just a second. Oh, now it's starting, the rain's starting to pick up. Tires have great tread on them. Those are porter walls, the fakey white walls, and they look amazing. It's got brand new beauty rings on it and some older little spinner caps, like Corvette style, which are really cool. Let's see if I can take it for a quick drive before we roll this window down and give me some air. One of the things that I would also do, if you could track one down, is it is missing the crank, because the windshield is actually made to crank out. And if you'll see, I can move that. The windshield's made to crank out and hold like that. Back in the day, that was your air conditioning, and I really enjoy being able to drive a truck like that. So I'm going to take it for a little spin and then end the video up here just to show you it shifts through the gears and everything. And man, what a really cool truck. 1941 Chevrolet. Let's listen to this engine. Nice, strong hot rod. Keep it down in here with my neighbors, but you can hear it shifts through the gears nice, steers nice and straight. It's a super fun truck.